Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Log execute.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Yugioh, the Duelists of the Roses. In the last episode, we were summoned to 15th century England during the War of the Roses by Simon McMorrin, a High Druid of Lancaster, to aid them as the Rose Duelist in the war against the Rose Crusaders. We ultimately ended up deciding to join the Lancastrians as a means of getting home, because we were clearly being manipulated by Sea Rose and Crews. In any case, we are in Milford Haven in England, and we're going to be choosing between fighting Weevil Underwood in Chester and Rex Raptor in Tewkesbury. But before I do, I would like to point out a few differences since the end of last episode. One is that you can clearly see that my deck leader is different, and their rank is different. This is mainly because in this game, your deck leader does have special abilities based on its rank, and having played this game a lot in my childhood, I can safely say that nobody ever really plays this game with deck leader abilities activated, because you never promote enough, because the only way to promote is to use the specific card a lot in duels over and over again, and there's not enough duels in the main story where if you did every single duel once, you would never be able to use a deck leader enough to get actual abilities. So I wanted to kind of do something similar to my Nuzlocke, where I play a game without going the tried and traditional route by having all these abilities unlocked from the beginning. So let's just see how it goes. I've never actually played with a fully leveled up deck leader, and we're going to be starting with Rex Raptor here in Tewkesbury. The Rose Duelist, eh? I'm not impressed. In fact, I'll crush you to a pulp with my dinosaur deck. Alright, well, not much that can be said. So, the main gameplay aspect of this game is these duels, which is very different from regular duel monsters. It is basically a game of chess in this 8x8, at least I think it's an 8x8, area, where you can move your deck leader around and summon creatures from it. So I'm gonna start things off, and I will say that the terrains will affect various things. Certain monsters get certain boosts on certain terrains. This labyrinth terrain you can't walk through, and well, we'll see as we go along. Now then, I have the basic premise is that you can just select one card to summon to the field and just move it along to try and damage your opponents. I'm gonna be doing a bit more of an advanced tactic. By pressing up on the D-pad, you can select each card, and you'll see a little number on it. The higher the number, the later the card is played if you are playing a combo. So, I'm going to select these 4 cards, and I'm going to see what I can do with that. Not that I expect much, because that's a good way to clear your hand, give you more options, and I'm just going to keep him right there and wait. So, that's basically the gist of how turns will go. You'll use your card combinations however you can. And let's see now, we've got, okay, not the best, but just gonna, well, just gonna do it because I kinda need to set up a means of victory, so here's hoping that we can get something going. Okay, I need something to block off this way. And of course I don't have anything. Alright, well, You can win two ways in this game, either by knocking your opponent's life points down to 0, or at least two general ways would be to knock your opponent's life points down to 0, or you could box them in and make it so that they can't summon anything, thus eliminating their ability to do anything. Okay, I'm gonna need to come up with a new strategy. So, here's hoping that these guys can just kinda take whatever they can dish out. And maybe I can get lucky and see what this guy is using. Oh man, if I had just kept Neo in attack mode, he would have been fine. Damn it. Oh well. Gotta live with it, I suppose. And he's using red medicine to give himself a life point advantage. I suppose that is another way you can win. If you run down the turns, whoever has the most life points remaining wins, but you're not going to see that all that often. Wait, this thing only has 1600, so maybe I can just stall for a bit. Wait until I get a chance to attack. Okay, and he's just wasting cards. A bit of a slow game, but it'll get better. Okay, I think I've got a strategy now. Because I'm just gonna summon Tactical Warrior, and I'm gonna put it in defense mode, and I'm just gonna wait and see what I can do. Because I'm pretty sure, because the AI in this game is a little bad, at least for some of these opponents, that he's just gonna suicide right into my monsters. Which he did. Now, thanks to Tactical Warrior's flip effect, all of my monsters have gotten a boost. And he's spellbound. Now, let's see, what did we get? Nothing I can do, because I don't have enough stars to summon. So we're just gonna wait for a bit. And hope that I can eventually damage him a bit more. Okay. Some simple damage. Gaining a bit of a lead. Not too much, though. Okay, now that that's taken care of, let's just kind of clear our hand by using a bunch of these monsters that honestly aren't all that much useful, but better than nothing. And we'll send him this way. Now that that's taken care of, we can just kind of sit back and relax. We could technically just sort of run out the turns, I think, at this point, but that would be boring, so let's see what we can do. What'd you get? Okay, that's somewhat decent. Just gonna use this card, because that'll just be some instant damage by flipping it up. Yeah, you can control spells and traps in the same way that you control monsters with movement. They do work a little differently, but just flipping them up will automatically trigger them if possible. So let's just move Tactical Warrior over there and end our turn after moving back with our deck leader. So going alright, have a bit of a lead, but I don't have strongest of positions right now. So I'm gonna put Tactical Warrior right there. I'm gonna put Swordsman from a foreign land down and put him in defense mode, because if this card breaches through Tactical Warrior, I want to leave an option open for it to just attack Swordsman from a foreign land and then destroy itself, because that's what Swordsman from a foreign land does in this game. And I was right to do that, because that's a pretty strong monster that he sent our way. Now, if I could just get one of the two cards that I know that I have, because I did actually use the game's password system for one card, because it's very much vital that you have as many copies of, well, you'll see in a bit. So, we don't really have much. I know that you would generally want to put the strongest monster down first, but I don't entirely know if that's going to be the best case scenario here. Okay. Just going to let that bean soldier stay there. And just going to wait for this Brachiosaurus to just attack Swordsman. Right now I'm in a pretty good position, but I'm hoping that I can do something a bit more with a certain card. Okay. Destroy yourself. Great. That's one threat down. Let's see. Okay, we got it. So I'm just gonna switch Bean Soldier here. Gonna put this right here. But let's just quickly not that. Let's see, actually. Where do I want to activate this? 2, 3. Okay, so I want it to be right where Axe Raider is when it activates, so if not, I want to activate it right there, so I'll just wait right there for that. And let's advance Cyber Soldier, the Dark Worlds, to end our turn. In the Red Rose side, which I do believe is kind of a harder side, you do have to deal with a lot with terrain, because most of the opponents you face will have terrains that are advantageous to them. Okay, he didn't move, so I'm gonna assume that's either a weak monster or something else, but because he didn't move, we can move Song into the middle of this row, and that will turn a lot of this area into meadow, which is pretty good for my warrior cards. Now, because of this, we can just summon our monsters on terrain that's favorable to them. So let's just send Moon Envoy up that way to back up Axe Raider. And because of the leader ability, his card was automatically, because of the leader ability apparently, his card was automatically flipped up, so good on me for having that. And thanks to the extended support range, that's even closer than what would be normal. So now I know what he's bringing to me, so I can easily prepare in advance. So with that in mind, I'm gonna need to... Well, you know what? Let's just see what we've got here. This last meadow square. Okay, probably a magic card or trap card. Boy, up. Okay. So he must be scared because that thing's probably too weak to take on. Anything that I have. So let's just... Okay, we have Beam Soldier right where he needs to be. Let's just move Swordsman from a foreign land up and place down Empress Judge here. Okay. And now I'm probably making a bad choice here, but yeah, I made a really bad choice there. Okay, well, that's on me. Could afford a little damage, I suppose. Now, let's see, that's getting a boost, so that's 1900 off the bat. So I need to quickly throw this card in defense mode and maybe wait and see what he's gonna do. What are you doing? Just throwing away a card. Okay, so he's back to 1900. So what are we gonna do now? Okay. Revealed that card. Okay. This is kind of the downside of using of fighting surrounded by labyrinth terrain, because now let's not do that one. Let's use Guiltia because it's just a little bit stronger. And let's go this way, maybe. He's probably going to attack Moon Envoy, which I kind of hate that he's going to do that, but not much I can do. Okay, well, a bit more damage that I didn't need to take, but oh well. At least it wasn't anything major. I still have a lead. Now, because of the bad AI, he's gonna attack me when he's weakened. And Empress Judge is probably the strongest thing that I have right now, so gonna be at least a decent chunk of damage. Now let's just attack with Guiltia. And what do you have? Ooh, Swordsman. Okay. Just gonna clear my hand for the most part. Okay. And now let's just move Cyber Soldier of the Dark World forward. Okay, well, got Legendary Sword, which will power up any warrior type monster that we use it on. So let's see, can she? Well, at least I think it can power her up. Yes, it can. So let's just use that to power up Empress Judge. And send her after that two-headed King Rex, because now she'll be strong enough to take care of it even when she's not on meadow terrain. And now, just gonna move Guiltia up to the edge of our meadow. Have Battle Steer follow him. Return there. And what do you do now? Okay, so you're either going to I kind of had a feeling that would be the thing that would happen. Probably should have attacked with the machine card. But we'll move Battle Steer into position there. And now we've got S-Clown and Cheroot, which I think can create a fusion. Yep, and it is, I believe, Flame Swordsman. Yep. And that monster gains 300 or 400 points when facing dinosaurs, so it's pretty good for this. So let's just see if we can manipulate Rex into attacking Battle Steer. No, he's attacking Cyber World in the dark. Which of course he is. So... well, good thing I put it in defense mode then. Now, can we get Empress Judge to up? And not sure if you make, but I think you make. If you do, okay, good. So this machine will be pretty good. Let's see what we can do. Okay, he's gonna attack. He's gonna defend there rather than attack. Playing a bit smarter than I thought. Okay, not as smart. He just wasted a card. So let's see what we do. Because at this point we nearly have him boxed in. And we have another Sogen, which would be pretty good. Let's just move Empress Judge up and end our turn. And he's being a fool and attacking Battle Steer. Let's give him 700 points. We're almost done. Just one solid hit ought to do it. I think I can bait him into attacking Flame Swordsman while he's on the meadow, and that will finish it. But let's just have Empress Judge go onto the meadow. Attack this. Thankfully it's in defense mode, so it can't do anything to us. And this should bait him into running away and trying to defend himself or attacking Battle Steer with something else. Which means now we can actually move up and... oh, we'll keep that in our back pocket. So, let's see what we can do. Okay, he's avoiding fighting us. He's summoning something new. And because of my extended support range, I can automatically see what it is. And it is going to do some damage, but we've got the life points to spare, so we can easily deal with that. Okay. Well, this isn't ideal, but I do need to have some field terrain advantage for this to work, so here's hoping that we got enough. Yep, just enough. Let's just send Empress Judge here, so that he might be forced into a different option. And being a fool, he's attacking Flame Swordsman. And I don't think this is... It might actually be enough, so thank goodness. Yep, 800 points. We've beaten him. So, 30 minutes in, first victory. Took a little longer than I expected, but hey, it's fine. Now, whenever you win, you actually get to play a round of slots, which apparently my low-level guy allows me to get 3 different possibilities for slots. 3 angles of getting the same in a row, but I didn't get anything good, so oh well. What? Me? Lose? I don't believe it! And with that, we've obtained 1 rose card. So, there we go. Well, I'd say that pretty much covers it, but it has opened up some new areas that we could go check out. But seeing as that took quite a bit, and I imagine all the episodes going forward are going to take quite a bit, I think I'm going to end things off here. So, thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.